Today I wanted to share with you a really fun makeup get ready with me video sharing super cheap makeup. But it's not just any old super cheap makeup. I am sharing super cheap makeup that I absolutely love using. But a lot of this makeup is tons better than even high-end and luxury makeup. I absolutely love this video idea, and this actually was not my video idea. Bobbie from Mindful Midlife, she reached out and asked if me and 5 other gals wanted to do a collab together. And so all of us are going to be sharing our super cheap picks that we absolutely love. I had a lot of fun putting this video together because it was a challenge for me. Although most of my makeup is drugstore makeup, some of it isn't the cheapest. Some of it might be $9 or $10. So I went on this little hunt trying to find super duper cheap makeup and testing everything out to see, well, how cheap could I get the product, but still, of course, absolutely love it. I mean, there are products on the market that are cheap, but they're just no good. But I found some super duper cheap products that are really amazing. And one of the products I think is like $1. Actually, some of the products are $1. But before I share with you all of my favorite super cheap makeup products, I wanted to share with you all of the ladies who are joining in on this collaboration. And just to be totally honest, I don't watch a ton of beauty YouTube videos. You know, I watch things like food videos, recipes, I don't know, National Geographic, lions eating antelope. I don't really watch a lot of beauty videos, but I do enjoy from time to time watching beauty videos and learning from them. But I really enjoyed learning about each of these ladies, and I've been binge watching some of their channels. So the very first gal is Bobbie from Mindful Midlife. Her channel is about simple makeup, easy skincare, and healthy living. I have been binge watching her channel for days. She has one of the best channels because she doesn't only talk about makeup and skincare, she talks about lifestyle things. She has a bunch of videos on nutrition and keto, how she lost weight. She's always positive in her videos. And not to say that you can't be negative, but you know, there's just something about sitting down, relaxing, watching a YouTube video and watching something that brings joy to you and makes you feel good. And one thing after I finished watching her videos, which I had to make myself turn off her videos because I was watching too many of them, when I watch her videos, I just feel good afterwards. Now the next one that joined in on this collab is actually someone that I know very well, my good friend Melissa from Mrs. Melissa M here on YouTube. I've done a collab with her before. Actually, my very first collab was with Melissa, and she and I have hit it off. We talk on the phone, we text. I love Melissa. If you have not checked out Melissa's channel yet, you are completely missing out. Now, I know I say I don't watch a lot of beauty videos on YouTube, but Melissa is like probably the one beauty YouTuber that I watch a ton of her videos because I learn a lot from her. I'm not a makeup artist, and so I learn a lot of tips and tricks from Melissa. If you need to color correct, or if you need to contour, or if you need to know how to do really beautiful, vibrant eyeshadow looks, don't watch my channel for that. I don't know how to do any of that. Watch Melissa's channel. She's not just a joy to watch because she knows her stuff when it comes to makeup, but she is really good at finding the dupes. So definitely check Melissa out as well. The next gal is LAURA RAE from LAURA RAE Beauty. I can't believe I didn't watch her channel sooner. If you want the most affordable but really good quality skincare, and if you're, you see a product that is everybody's raving about on social media, but it's really expensive, just go to her channel before you invest in anything. She has some of the best dupes. And another thing I noticed when I was watching her channel, she dances and she's very flexible. Watching her dancing video encouraged me to start doing my stretches so that I could at least be flexible enough to do the splits again. The next gal is Lisa from Lisa Monique Beauty. I love Lisa, probably because she's prior military. Now, I mean, I love all these gals, but I didn't know that Lisa was prior military until one day I think I posted something on my Instagram about the military, and then she told me that she was prior military also. So most of my interaction with Lisa is via Instagram, but I had recently started watching her channel as well, and she has this one video, you have to check it out. She did an at-home facelift, and I'm not going to tell you how she did it. You can go to her channel and watch it. She uses a lot of affordable products, but she also uses some really good luxury brands. So if I'm looking for luxury products, I know to go to her channel first. And then the other thing about Lisa is her hair. I love her hair. She has like the most beautiful, healthiest, long locks of hair. Definitely go check out all of their channels and subscribe to their channels. I think you will be very, very pleased if you're not already subscribed subscribe to them. And if you are not subscribed to my channel and you are new here, welcome. I am so happy to have you here. I am 49 years old. I deal with hormonal acne still at 49 years old, and for the past probably 15 years, I have dealt with a hormonal type of hyperpigmentation called melasma. I have a ton of videos mostly on skincare and some makeup and hair care. I have not had any work done to my face, no fillers, no lasers, I don't even get facials. Like, that's how lazy I am. I have had Botox. A lot of people ask me that. I don't get it for cosmetic reasons. I have migraines. I talk about it constantly. So all of the Botox goes around my head, down the back of my neck, and my shoulders, because I had a neck injury when I was in the military. And a few of the injections do go in my forehead. So that's why I don't really have a super wrinkly forehead, because I've been getting the Botox for many, many years. These are my cheeks. I have never had fillers. I know if you're new, you're probably going to ask that, and you will not offend me if you ask me any personal question, but no, these are my cheeks. I was born with them. I post pictures of myself as a little kid on Instagram, and no, I wasn't getting fillers then either. I have never had children. I am married to the most amazing man who is just recently a retired captain at the fire department, and I am retired, medically retired from the United States Air Force. I did 11 years and I would have stayed in forever if it wasn't for my neck. I love Jesus, and my absolute passion and hobby is skincare. If that sounds like something that is of interest to you, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. Now let's jump into this video so I can share with you some super amazing, super cheap drugstore makeup products, and I will show you how I go from this to this. For any good makeup routine, I feel like we always need to start with the canvas and use proper skincare, and of course, especially sunscreens. And since this video is sharing the most affordable, actually the cheapest and best makeup products that we're willing to wear, this is one of the most affordable, probably the cheapest one that I found that I do enjoy using on my skin. This is by Cetaphil. This is their Sheer Mineral Face Liquid Sunscreen. It is an SPF 50 and it is an all mineral sunscreen. For my primer, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Impossible Silicone Free Primer. I typically don't even use a primer most days, but I tried this primer and I love it. It especially works beautifully underneath the foundation that I'm about to wear. For my foundation, I'm going to use this one by Wet n Wild. It's probably no surprise how much I love this, since I think I did a dedicated video to why this product is so amazing. This is so cheap at the drugstore, but it's not just that it's cheap. This is an amazing product. If you didn't know what it was and didn't see the price, you would think that this is a lot more expensive than what it is. This is the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator, and it says it gives you a sheer to a medium finish. I passed this up at the drugstore multiple times because I saw that this said Tinted Hydrator, and you know, I thought, well, I don't really need a tinted hydrator. What's the point of that unless I'm gonna have like a no makeup day? But then some of my subscribers told me about how amazing it was as a foundation. So of course, you know, it was only like $4, $5. I had to go and try it. This is amazing for a foundation, and like it says, it does give more of a sheer to medium coverage, but it is really buildable. But what I do is I just kind of spot conceal any areas with a concealer. This foundation color, or this tinted hydrator color, I have a lighter shade that was working just fine on me, but it's now too light because I've been self-tanning my neck, my arms, and chest. And so I got this shade, and it looked great when I first self-tanned, but now since my self-tanner's kind of wearing off, I'm not as dark. I'll make it work when I lightly bring it down my neck, and my concealer will kind of disguise it some. So I didn't even use that whole amount. I had put way too much on my hand, but I didn't even use that whole amount. Let me zoom in real quick before I do my concealer, just so I can show you how pretty this foundation is. So you can still see my skin. You can see my imperfections. I had a little pimple that's healing here. You can see some of the melasma here that's trying to lighten up. It's okay to let your skin shine through. I don't want to have that super thick cake layer of makeup. I still want my skin to show, but then I'll just take a concealer and then I'll just spot conceal any areas versus piling on more and more and more makeup. This one is my all-time favorite drugstore concealer. There are some cheaper ones that I have found that they perform, they're okay, but this video was cheap makeup that we love to wear. Oh, and by the way, in the Wet n Wild, I'm wearing tan, medium, dark, and I'm gonna leave the shades that I'm wearing down below. And this is the light medium concealer. The one positive thing about me having my melasma around here is I can kind of disguise it and it looks a little bit like a contour or a bronzer. You know, anytime we have imperfections or things we don't like, I always just try to find something positive about it just so that I'm not focused on the negative. And then we'll just kind of spot conceal any pimples that are healing or blemishes. Okay, it's already looking a little bit better, and I can still, you know, bronze up my neck a little bit. One thing I do like about this foundation, it doesn't oxidize and turn dark orange, so once it's on my skin, it almost kind of starts to mesh with my own skin color, and it blends a little bit better. For my eyeshadow primer, I try so many super inexpensive ones, and I just couldn't find one that I thought was like super inexpensive. Now, I love the Milani eyeshadow primer, but you know, maybe it's not super inexpensive. That one's a great one, probably the most affordable one at the drugstore that I really like. But I tried a bunch from e.l.f. and Wet n Wild, especially the Wet n Wild one. It made my eyelids look super crepey. The e.l.f. one made them look super crepey. It aged my eyelids like by 10, 15 years. If it's in your budget to get the Milani one, that one's a great one, and that's one that I've used for many, many years. But what I decided to do is, well, let's just figure out how to cut costs. I like just putting the same concealer that I used on my face. I just put that on my eyelids and I lightly powder it down. This way, this concealer just canceled out any of the redness or those veins that were showing up in my eyelids, and it's not going to be dry and crepey. I'm not usually a primer wearer or a powder wearer, and I have normal to oily skin, but I don't usually wear powder because I like having that glow, not the greasy oil slick glow, but you know, that natural healthy glow to my skin. This by NYX was super affordable. This is their HD finishing powder, and I got the banana shade. This is a beautiful powder. I really like this, but since I'm not a powder person, because I don't like that heavy cakey chalky powdery look on my face, I use the tiniest amount on my face. Oh, and for my brushes, I'm just using super affordable Wet n Wild brushes. These aren't just cheap brushes, these are amazing brushes, and I use these every single day. I think I got the eyeshadow brushes for like 79 cents and 99 cents. This one was like $2. These are so cheap, but the quality is so amazing. So for my face, I will just put the brush in this pressed powder, and then I'll just tap off as much as possible will come off. And then I just make sure I press again under my eyes to make sure my concealer is not going to be all creasy. And then I just lightly powder down this area under my eyes and maybe a little on my cheeks and the T-zone. Now everything is just lightly set on my face. I don't have that thick chalky layer of powder. This is a really beautiful powder. If you're someone like me and you're not a huge powder lover, this is one you might want to check out. For my blush, I'm going to use the same Wet n Wild blush brush, and I'm going to use this powder by Essence. This is called The Blush, and I have the shade 40 Beloved. I like this one because it's a mattifying shade, and they do have some that have like a sheen to them, but this isn't like a chalky matte. And since I'm not a makeup artist, I don't like a lot of makeup products. I like the pigment, but I don't want them to be so overly pigmented that once I put it on, I'm not able to blend it. So I like things that I can build up the color, and I feel like this shade just gives that pretty natural kind of, you know, rosy glow to my skin. For my bronzer, I tried some super duper inexpensive or super cheap bronzers, but most of them, I just didn't like them. They were chalky. A lot of them had sparkle in them. And for my bronzer, I want to keep that area matte on me, or just kind of like a satin glow. I'm not looking to have, you know, glitter where my bronzer should be. This is one of my favorite bronzers. This one, as you can tell, I've used it to death. I've already hit pan on it, but I'm going to keep using it till it completely breaks. For my eyeshadow, this was super easy to choose. I'm going to use one that I've used for many, many years. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Nude Awakening 10 pan palette. I love this eyeshadow palette. I like this one better than the original one because the original pans are a lot thinner and smaller. I personally love these because they are so silky, so blendable. The pigment is just beautiful on these, and these are so easy to work with. If you own this eyeshadow palette, leave me a comment down below. Let me know, do you love this eyeshadow palette as much as I do? They could raise the price on this and I would still buy it. That's how much I love it. So this is not just something I buy because it's so cheap. I buy this because I absolutely love this. So for this look today, this is what I've been doing pretty much every day for the past few weeks. I'm going to put just a smidge of this all over the eye. I always like to start with lightest to darkest and build up my colors. It seems to help them blend better. And then for the crease, I'm going to use this shade right here. This is just kind of like a matte neutral brown shade. And then I'm going to make an outer V with this shade right here, and maybe do a little eyeliner with this as well, or maybe just a smidge of this for eyeliner. If it was nighttime, I would use the black as my eyeliner. I wanted to quickly show you the green brush that I was using. These are also super inexpensive, super cheap for a set of, I think, 8 brushes, but you also get this little case with it. But these brushes, I think, were $15 for the whole kit, including the case, on Amazon. These are amazing. If you've got small eyes like I do, or hooded eyes, now these are the face brushes, love them. I mean, look at how soft these are. These are so fluffy and soft. I specifically love these eyeshadow brushes. So I'll show you the Wet n Wild brush that I was using that I absolutely love. But look at the eyeshadow fluffy brush that comes in this green kit. Do you see the difference in size? If you've got little hooded eyes like I do, and maybe you're having a difficult time making a crease with this big old fluffy brush, get something super tiny like this, and this makes the best crease. You could blend it with this, but then I will use this and then maybe blend it with something a little bit fluffier. This whole set of brushes was such a great deal. I'm so glad I purchased this. So it's okay that the eyeshadow is a little messy. It's not, you know, perfectly the way I want it. See how the hood comes down, and it kind of, when I go like that, it looks like it's, you know, going up in a nice angle. But when I open my eyes and look straight, it kind of dips down just a smidgy right there because that excess skin just kind of pushes it down, but that's okay. I just fix it with a little bit of concealer. We're just going to blend it out to soften that line up a little bit. For my mascara, I have a ton of drugstore mascaras and super cheap mascaras that I really, really love. But out of all of them, the cheapest and the one that I really, really enjoy wearing, I would say, is this one by Essence. This is their Lash Princess False Effect Mascara. And this is the waterproof one because I feel like this stays on my lashes a little bit better. The only thing I don't like is I feel like it's a little bit more difficult to take off at night, even with a makeup remover first. But I still really, really love this mascara. Before I do this on my bottom lashes, I just want to show you one of my favorite eyeliners. This is cheap makeup that I love, that I use almost every single day. This is by NYX. I just put a smidge of it right underneath my bottom lash line, and it just kind of brightens it up, and it's got like a little purple tint to it, and I think this color looks really pretty with green eyes. See how it just kind of gives a little sparkle to the eye? It's not super duper noticeable, but I really like this. For my brows, I'm going to use a product I actually use every single day. This is by e.l.f. This is their Wow Brow. I love this. I find this to be not just super inexpensive and performs amazingly, but to me this is better than the expensive ones. This is one that I recently started using by Essence. I would much prefer my brow hairs to be super dry before I do this, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it anyways and just fill in any little spots that look like they need some extra help. This is a highlighter. I bought this probably a year or so ago when it first came out, and I think I got the one that had like the purpley iridescent shade, and I didn't like it. So when I was challenged to find the cheapest makeup that I would actually use, this is one of the newer products that I bought, even though I've owned it before. Now I love, love, love the Essence powder highlighter. That's one I've gone through, I think 2 or 3 of them, but I kind of was thinking everybody's gonna use that powder, so I thought, well, let me try something else different. So this is by Wet n Wild. In case you can't tell, I love Wet n Wild products. This is their Hello Halo highlighter. I never just plop it right on my face because then it's probably just way too much. I always like to use my hand as a palette, pick up a little bit of the product, and then, let's just get in focus, and then I will kind of press it on the high points of my face. So this isn't like, you know, a bam in your face highlighter. It just gives you that nice natural glow. Now for my favorite part. I am a lip gloss lover and a lipstick lover, but I really had fun with this challenge trying to find the cheapest lip product that I would wear. And I found this actually before this challenge started. This is by LA Colors. This is their High Shine Shea Butter Lip Gloss. One of my subscribers, golly, I can't remember who it was, and I'm sorry. If you're watching, if you're the one that told me about how much you love these, leave a comment down below. I saw this at HEB, the grocery store, and it was like $1.19 or something. And you can get this on Amazon. I think it's a couple bucks on Amazon. And I think they sell these in the dollar store or Dollar General. But this is gorgeous. Let me show you what this looks like on. I don't wear it full intense color like this. I could use this lip product without a lip liner, but if you are a lip liner lover like I am, this is one from Essence. This is a beautiful color. Isn't that a pretty color? But I don't wear it this dark. I always blot with a tissue. I absolutely love this lip product. And I mean, you cannot beat the price of $1 something. And that's it. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know, what are your all-time favorite super duper cheap makeup products? I would love to know. And I Cannot wait to watch the other girls' videos so that I can see what their all-time favorite super duper cheap makeup products are. And if you are new to my channel, don't forget to leave a comment down below and say hi. And if you are not already subscribed to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you would consider subscribing. And if you leave me a comment, I will reply to comments. Usually if you reply on day 1 or day 2 of a video going up. So that's why if you're not subscribed and you want to reach out to me and you want me to reply, subscribe to my channel so you will know when I upload a video, but leave me a comment. I would absolutely love to hear from you. And if you have any favorites, other people like reading comments as well. So what you recommend really helps out other people when they're reading comments, you know, to decide if it's something that might work for them. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And again, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am so excited to have you here, and I hope you have a wonderful day.